Hello, bright and shiny beacon of light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation. I want to talk to you today about how to fill your life with love. First, I want to tell you about Ken Honda. Had him on the show. He has a book, Happy Money. Had him on the show yesterday. He's the author of 50 books. He talks all about money. The most interesting question he ever got was, show me your wallet. Now, he's in Japan. That's not actually rude. It's actually considered, I guess, somehow polite to show people your wallet, how nice it is, how organized it is, things of that sort. This woman takes all of the money out of his wallet that she has, and she looks at this bill, and she goes, yeah, that one's good. She looks at this bill, and she goes, okay, that's good too. He's wondering, what is she doing? Is she looking for crisp bills? Is she trying to feel the bills to see if they're okay? Are they crinkled? Is there anything wrong with them? She finishes going through all of his money. He's at a party, so he keeps looking over and making sure this woman who's checking out his wallet isn't running off with it. And she goes, your wallet is good. And he goes, well, can you tell me anything more than that? And she says, yes, your money is happy. What in the world does money being happy have to do with love? You see, money is energy. Love is energy. When your money is infused with happiness, when it's infused with love, when it's something that's going to a good cause, from a positive energy exchange, that's happy money. And it attracts more money back into your life. In essence, that's the same with love, which is exactly what we're going to talk with you about tonight. With that said, two quick housekeeping items. First off, we have limited spots left for coaching for this summer. So if you'd like a free coaching strategy session with me, come on over to inspirenationshow.com/coaching. Secondly, if you want to support the show, if you want more great content, more videos, more behind the scenes goodness, and more daily inspiration, come on over to patreon.com, patreon.com/InspireNation. Become a member of the Backstage Pass family. We're giving you so much additional content. We keep putting out more. We're bringing additional assistants on board to help give you even more content to support you. And at the same time, you're helping support the show. So with that said, let's talk about bringing more love, and for that matter, bringing more money into your life. So as I was saying before, all money is energy. We send out more positive energy into the world. It comes back to us. I like to think of money and love as a boomerang. So the simplest way to bring more love, goes both ways, into your life is to become an ambassador of love. This means continuously asking the question, how can I send more love out into the world? So when we're talking about sending out more love, when you send out more love, it shifts the energy of everything. It changes your interaction. It changes the level at which you communicate with people. And it creates that magnetic or boomerang effect, drawing positive energy and abundance right back your way. So how can we do this? It could be through your interactions and remembering to send that person that you're interacting with love. For instance, I've got Jessica. She is struggling with allergies. She's the producer of the show and my wife right next to me. So I can be sending her love. I am continuously sending you love. In fact, I love to run through my beats here saying, I send you love as I'm doing this YouTube live. And hopefully you can feel this. Of course, you can send out love in a transaction when you run your card with the cashier, with the person at the restaurant, and tip them well. Tipping really is sending out love and appreciation. It could be in the hiring process. We've been hiring over the last couple of weeks for Inspire Nation Show as we're working to grow and frankly, to get Jessica out of the business for the most part, or at least out of the busy work, so we can focus on the love and focus on having a family. So when we're hiring, and I spoke with Ken Honda about this again yesterday in his book, Happy Money, another shameless plug. Love that interview. When you're hiring, look at the people you want to hire as members of your soul group. How do you want to treat them? How do you want to interact with them? How do you feel about them? If you do that, you end up building a team with love. Sending out love can even be about people that you don't directly interact with. So I'm driving down the road to the gym this morning. There's a person walking his dog. I send you love. There's a person on the crosswalk in front of me. I send you love. It can be when you're on the train and you pull up to the next station, sending everybody on the station love. Michael, isn't that ridiculous? No, it's all energy and it all comes back to you. It can be saying a mantra over and over and over again. My best interviews come when I'm sending the guest so much love. In fact, I'm continuously in an interview, like had Neil Donald Walsh on. Oh my God, gotta admit, was very nervous before this interview with the author of Conversations with God, somebody we've wanted on the show for the last 4 years. Woohoo! Got him on the show and I'm going, I send you love, Neil. I send you love. I send you love. When you do that, you connect with somebody on a deep spiritual level. I like to say that you connect with them on the other side of the veil. The interaction starts to flow more smoothly. When I do that and I send out somebody love, when I'm doing an interview, a wild thing happens. Even if they're speaking, if they're in a monologue and they're going on, I will look at my notes and they will start to literally follow my script without me saying a word, because we are connected with that bond of love. So you can send it out to people like I send it out with the shows. I also send it out when I'm coaching. Why? Because it helps connect us. And I send it out especially when I have a difficult conversation. No, you don't send it. You're upset. No. When you have that challenging conversation that you get to have, that you'd rather not have, but it gets to be dealt with, you can ask, how much love can I send that person? When Jessica and I were audited years ago, our number one goal, this was a multi-year audit. This was 3 years on, 1 year off, 1 year on, before we finally, at the end of it, didn't owe anything. Woohoo! Thank you, universe. Our whole goal at that point was, how much love can we send to the auditor? How much can we make our day? How much can we help her to smile? You can also go to gratitude. I call gratitude the immediate precursor to love. It's like an enzyme for digestion. It helps bring, or it's like a protein that gets turned into muscle. It helps build that love. So infuse your life with gratitude. It changes everything. And infusing your life with gratitude. So you can say, thank you for me watching this YouTube live. Thank you for my beautiful dinner. Thank you for the home, whatever that looks like over my head. Thank you for the Pookie next to me, who's running the chat room and means everything in the world to me, along with my kitty cats and the birds outside and the car that I drive and my health and my wealth, my ability to breathe this air. Thank you for each and every one of these things. When you infuse your life with gratitude, it changes everything. It changes your interactions with people. It changes with you it changes how you speak to yourself, because when you're filled with gratitude, I love myself. Thank you for being who you are, Michael. Thank you for my health. Thank you for carrying me around. Thank you for me. Well, I'd love a six-pack, yeah, but thank you for me just as I am. And it literally changes what you produce. Your emails come out better. A report comes out better. Probably how you change the diaper comes out better when you're doing it from a place of love and gratitude. And this is something that Ken Honda's, his mentor, who's known as the Warren Buffett of Japan. He was the wealthiest man in Japan. He made his fortune from candy. And what he would do, he was kind of the Willy Wonka of Japan. What he did is, I guess, and Ken said, this might sound a little bit strange in the West. He brought in 40 school kids to his factory, and he had them sing a song of arigato, which is Japanese for thank you. And they sang a beautiful song of arigato, 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 arigato. And he recorded that. And now he played it in his factory over and over again, this beautiful song of thanks, so that he estimated when a candy or a cookie came out of the factory and went to somebody's store and then to their home, it was infused with at least 1 million, up to 2 million arigatos, up to 2 million thank yous. Now, we might say, well, candy is not the healthiest thing in the world. Maybe that's true. But I would guess after candy or cookie has been infused with 1 million thank yous, that candy or cookie is just about levitating. That's how much positive energy it's infused with. Now we can bring that into our lives. We can decorate our homes with thank you, with gratitude, with a little rock that says thank you, with a reminder on a mirror that says thank you, with beautiful pictures that represent gratitude, thanks, or love. We can literally have a love and gratitude infused home, love and gratitude infused car, love and gratitude infused office, cubicle for that matter. That's why we put up such beautiful photos of our family and the things that we love. That's all energy. When you change the energy of the environment changes you. Again, when you change the energy of the environment changes you or changes your energy. So you can infuse everything that you do with gratitude. You can infuse everything that you do with love. Certainly, this starts with loving yourself up. And self-love is a whole topic unto itself. But you can stretch out of love. You can go to the gym out of love. You can meditate out of love. You can certainly cook and infuse all of your food and all of the goodness you make from a place of love. For myself in the morning when I meditate, certainly when I cook as well, but when I meditate, I'm doing it from a place of love. In fact, I'm sending out love, first and foremost, to Pookie, as much love as I can, to the kitty cats, to my family, to you, my YouTube family. I'm sending out love and sending more love out and more love. I wear a little device. It clips onto my ear. I then wear a Bluetooth sensor on my shirt. It's from HeartMath. It measures your heart coherence, or how, in a sense, how much you're vibrating in coherence with your heart. What's the state of your meditation look like? When I'm sending out love, the numbers go up and up and up. Literally, the more love I feel, the better my heart feels. That makes sense. The more oxytocin, the love drug, I'm producing. And so the better I feel as well. So the more love I send out, I can literally see the numbers go up and up and up. Speaking of numbers, we upload a new show a day, 5 days a week on iTunes and just about 5 days a week on YouTube. When we are present, and when we send that show out into the world, Sandler is sort of like sending money out into the world, like at a restaurant. You bless that money. You tell that money to go out to the world, to make a positive difference, help change somebody's life. You do that with your work. We do that with our shows, and we say, go out into the world, make a difference. May this be infused with life. May I bless this show to help people for their highest good and the highest good of all. And you know what? The numbers go up. Way, way up. The trick is to build this into our routines, which means practicing it over and over and over again. A letter, a bill, something that you need to pay, send it out with love. For us, all the paperwork we got to send to the IRS. I literally said, wait, let me pull that back out of the post office box. I send it with love. I send it with love. I send it with love. May this make the auditor's day. May it fill her heart with love. I send it with love. And then back into the mailbox it goes, now infused with love. And so that's my homework and challenge for you, to send out all the love you can. Look for every interaction, every opportunity, every meeting, email, phone call, bill, passerby even, as an opportunity to send out love. Even look for challenging situations. You see a couple arguing off to the side. There's somebody arguing with a cashier. There's somebody arguing with the boss. How much can you help to change that interaction by sending out love? Jessica and I lived at her parents' home years ago when we were recovering from so much, a story we've talked about in a lot of our shows, part of our backstory. And one day her parents were arguing badly in their office, in the home. And Jessica went outside the door, cranked her energy up to the max, and sent them as much love as she possibly could. And guess what? They stopped fighting. Love wins the day. Love wins over fear every day of the week. In fact, you can continuously ask yourself, is this decision being made out of love or out of fear? And then the most important question, what would love do? If you base all of your decisions on that simple, basic question, what would love do? It changes absolutely everything. So my homework again for you this week, send out all the love you can. Look for every interaction, every opportunity, every passerby on the street, and send out love. And did I mention, when you send out love, it comes back in spades. Because to me, I consider love truly the ultimate renewable resource. The more love you send out into the world, the more your heart is going to be filled with gratitude and love, and the better you will feel. So on that note, I would love to take your questions. So now I'm going to turn over to Jessica, who I am not going to put on camera with the mask that she has on right now, but she's doing great. She is not sneezing, which is to me, woohoo! And I send her all the love in the world. And we're going to open it up to questions, and get your questions in early tonight because we're fine-tuning, we're tweaking things on iTunes. So we're going to actually be running a little bit short, somewhere in the 40, thank you, somewhere in the 40, 45 minute range. So tonight, if you have questions, be sure you get them in early.
Did you explain why I was wearing a mask?
I believe that I said that you're struggling with allergies. I didn't mention the cottonwood trees, these cotton balls filled with allergens that are flying around that have literally taken you to your knees crying.
What? No, I haven't cried.
No, crying out of watering eyes.
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
There we go. See, not a gross exaggeration.
Anyway, I put peppermint oil on the mask so that it makes it easier to breathe.
Very good.
Anyway, so our first question is from, I apologize if I mispronounce your name.
Yep.
Danny Happy Farms, Louisiana. I don't know if it's Donnie or Danny.
Okay.
Tips on sending love when you feel it is not reciprocated and you're feeling deflated. Speaking of friends, not lovers.
Okay. First off, Danny, so there's so many different directions we can go with this. So your job is to send out love even when it's not reciprocated, because it's not about the other person. It's about how much can you raise your vibration by sending out love to them. Now, this begets the whole question, and we had on Neil Donald Walsh. Cannot recommend his show enough. All-time favorite. Love him. Author of Conversations with God. We were talking about this 1 or 2 days ago. And what we're talking about is humanity's greatest challenge. He says humanity's greatest challenge is not knowing what our greatest challenge is and not knowing who and what we truly are. We are truly divine beings having a human experience, and we are both a singular and a plural. That's important to this love conversation. We are, in essence, he describes it as waves and ocean. I describe it as roses and the bush. I'll use his analogy here. We are each individual waves on the giant ocean. We come up, that's our existence. We go back down. We become part of the whole again. So we are the individual wave and we are the ocean. That other individual who is not feeling reciprocal to your love is another wave as well. Sending them love is helping the whole of the ocean, is helping you, because whether we understand it or not, we really are all one. It's why all the crazy partisan bickering and bipolar world or bipartisan world of they're the right, they're the left, they're the black, they're the white, they're the polka dot, they're the solid color, makes absolutely no sense because we are one. So you can send all the love to somebody in the world, even if they're frustrating, especially if they're frustrating the hell out of you, because it's going to help both of you. Love is unconditional. Don't send it out because you need to hear it back. It's sort of like when I leave, when I leave to go wherever it is that I get to go, I go, I love you, Pookie. And you're waiting and listening and hoping that he or she says, I love you too. But don't rely on that. Send the love out no matter what the response. So a beautiful, beautiful question, Danny.
Our next question is from Diana.
Okay.
On the topic of food, it's currently stressing her out. She writes, I want to eat healthy and organic, but it overwhelms me every time I research. I want to eat healthy and enjoy it, but I don't know whose diet to follow.
Oh, that is a brilliant question, Diane. We don't know whose diet to follow either. Why? Because we are all unique. Could it help to get a nutritionist? Absolutely. Could it help to follow one diet and see how it feels? Absolutely. The best thing that you can do is take one small bit at a time. To me, it's easiest to start removing some of the known offenders. Like if you've been drinking a diet soft drink, get that out. The number of bad things that it does is just overwhelming. If you have sugar in your diet, can you take one piece of that out? Start with the key offenders one step at a time and do not overthink it. So, because certainly you can find, like there was a study out a couple of days ago, carbs are the ultimate evil. It's not cholesterol. If you don't cut out carbs, you're going to get heart disease. There's another study that says if you don't eat all meat, you're going to have this happen to you. And another one that says meat is bad. Another one that says, we get to go into the intuition. And how do we do that? Start clearing out the processed foods, the sugary foods, the foods that short circuit your ability to recognize food for what it is, beautiful love and energy. Once you've done that, you start to kick some of the addictions. So you can go into a store and you can go, wow, I really feel like a red pepper. Wow. And I'm a vegan, but I'm not saying everybody should be whatever. Although I do think the less meat that we eat, the better chance we are of saving this planet. But you might go into a store and like Jessica did when she was pregnant and go, I really feel like fish right now. Then you get fish. Once you've stripped away some of the most addictive foods that short circuit your ability to understand what your body wants, your body will start to speak to you a lot more clearly. So that is where I would start. Certainly we have some great interviews on the show. Every author has their own bias, and I don't believe there is one diet that is right for anyone. I would say eat as many plants as you can. How's the expression go? Eat mainly plants and lots of them. I'm going to have to agree with that. And I would say over time, I'll put this in quotes, overdose in nutrition. How many different colors of the rainbow, how much diversity in your diet, in your fruits, in your vegetables can you take in on a daily basis? Your body will thank you for it. And that food really becomes love that you take in. It's a beautiful, beautiful question, Diane.
Our next question is from Lori.
Yes.
Who writes, what if you're in a situation where you've had difficulty before? Like if you've been fired before and now you have another supervisor who might fire you again.
So, Lori, you cannot control your supervisor. You can control your reaction, your internal reaction to your supervisor. So, what would I do if I have another supervisor that might fire me? I would start sending them love. At the end of the day, I would go to Ho'oponopono, or I might actually do it throughout the day. That's a 4-line prayer that you say to and for yourself, but helps heal relationship difficulties. This is one of those. I love you. Please forgive me. I am sorry. Thank you. I love you. Please forgive me. I am sorry. Thank you. going back to waves in the ocean, or I'm going to use my analogy. We are all flowers on the same bush. We're different, unique expressions of the same plant. So I'm not saying I love you to this supervisor. I'm not saying, please forgive me to the supervisor or thank you to the supervisor. None of these things. I'm saying it to and for myself after I've thought about the supervisor and put him or her into my heart. I love you, I'm saying to myself. Please forgive me. I say that to myself. I am sorry for any way that I've wronged you. I'm saying that to myself. And thank you. Gratitude, 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 saying that to myself. On top of that, when we have a repeating pattern, we get to dive deep. We need to look. We need to go to a third person or third party writing exercise like automatic writing. And I'll also make a shameless plug for automaticwriting.com, because to me, it is one of the single most powerful ways to change your life. Again, automaticwriting.com. We've got a program that can teach you about that. You can do morning pages. You need to do a writing exercise to get you to step back from yourself and start asking, what is the pattern here? What do I get to learn from this experience? Why am I attracting these kind of bosses into my life for my highest good? And what can I do or change or release in order to let this pattern go? No blame, no judgment. Doesn't mean you did anything wrong. Life is learning. There is no wrong. There is no bad or good. Simply information. So we start to dive in and see what we can learn. On top of that, look at processes like EFT tapping, or if I was working with you, I would do my own kind of version of emotion code to see what emotional baggage energetically you're carrying with you that cause you to have this repeating pattern. While it is all about your supervisor and there is no blame on you, energetically, there is something you're doing for your highest good, something special you get to learn by recreating this situation. And when you learn that lesson, the situation releases you from its grip. So I wouldn't be going around going, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I would be going around going, what can I learn from this? What can I gain from this experience? How can I change from this experience? And how can I move past this pattern? I believe it was Lori you said, so I send all my love your way, Lori. And brilliant, brilliant question.
Our next question is from Melissa, who writes,
Yes.
Do you ever do emotion code as negative things come up? Like an argument, can you just run the magnet over your head with the intention to remove that known trauma without going through the yeses and nos?
So it's a brilliant question. And it was Melissa, did you say?
Melissa, and I'm not sure everybody knows what emotion code is.
So emotion code is a technique developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson that helps you to remove basically large energetic wounds or blocks that get stuck in your body caused by trauma, caused by arguments, caused by fights, caused by rape, caused by getting driven over with an injury. So many things can do this, and particularly earlier in your life, even almost a slap on the wrist can create an emotional trauma or wound. I have not tried it specifically in the moment. I would more think to go to the breath. I would think to go to a place of love. That doesn't mean it wouldn't work. I know I use kind of my own version. I take in all these tools. We've had over 1,000 guests on the show. So I have so many different tools, and I kind of tinker and change and kind of make them a Michael version of things. So my Michael version, I can use to remove a trauma. So if a coaching client came to me and said, Michael, I just had this massive argument or fight. Can you help me with it? In fact, Jessica and I have had this situation, and Jessica's like, now that we've gotten through this, can you help me clear this? Yes, absolutely. I can help clear, but I want to go 10 steps earlier. If you're having this fight, this argument, this trauma, was it something that just started now, or is it something that the inception, the first time this occurred, was when you were 1, 2, 5, 7, 13, 21, 35 years old? I want to go back and start to clear from the source, from the root. And so I often have my clients take inventory of their lives, looking for the punctuation marks, the pieces they can remember. Many clients can't remember the biggest trauma. That's where we use a chart and muscle testing and get guided to things. But we can do what I call spot removal on the traumas which the crazy thing is, when you remove an early trauma, often a memory comes up, an idea comes up, another event comes up, and you can start to pull this golden thread and kind of discharge this energy you're carrying. So when you get in that next situation, that fight with the spouse, the fight with your boss, whatever it is, that was the immediate reason that you wanted to clear, it no longer has that charge behind it, because we've removed that charge that has been carried forward and amplified from the past. So a brilliant, brilliant question. Thank you so much for asking.
Next question is from Maho, who writes, can you send love to your money?
Oh, absolutely. What a beautiful exercise. Love money, love money, love money, love. You can sing to your money. You can pet to your money. The crazy thing is, crazy, I don't know if that's the right term for it, but money is often now PayPal or BitPay or all of these different cyber sources or ways that we can pay money. You can send energy, you can send love to that too. So before you pay something on PayPal, you can send love. When you go to swipe that card, you can send love. You can go to your wallet and you can take the cash out of it and you can organize it as neatly as you can and send it love as well. When checks come into you, when money comes into you, when you get that paycheck, send it love. Thank you. Say a prayer. Do a blessing over it. The more that you infuse your money with love, quite literally, the more money that's going to want to show up. Love is an energy. Money's an energy. We are an energy. When you treat your money with love, if you think of money as a friend, more time it's going to want to come back to you, or more friends are going to show up knocking at the door. So love up the money with everything that you've got. And I am convinced, and I've seen it time and time again, more and more of it will begin to show up. And the coolest, most exciting, I would say, magical ways. We truly live in a magical, energetic world. If you consider love magic, I mean, that is when you meet that special someone, that is pure magic. When you infuse your money with magic, with love, magical things happen. Brilliant, brilliant question.
Our next question is from Christina, who writes, what role can love play in healing physical ailments and how? I'm currently studying Ho'oponopono.
Oh, when it's Christina, is it?
Yes.
Christina, love is everything when it comes to healing. Why? Well, healing is something that's energetic, that's done by the body, that we don't actually have any clue how it's done. So you cut your finger and it heals. Did you tell the cells, what I want you to do is take enzyme A, can move it with protein B, and put itself back together? No, it's all energy. So I had, years ago, I got hit by a motorcycle. I was mountain biking down a trail. I'm flying down the trail. I had no idea that a motorcycle could get on the trail. He's flying up the trail, and we went head to head. I lost. Fractured my skull, cracked his motorcycle helmet. I had a bicycle helmet on. That was a toy compared to his hard motorcycle helmet. Put a hole in my arm. No, you probably won't be able to see the scar from there. Still got the hole. Cracked my kneecap in two. I spent the next 3 weeks, there was a big bicycle ride coming up for the school. And so as I began healing, I spent the next 3 weeks, taking a golden pen of light in my mind's eye and sending my knee all the love that I could and highlighting over that fracture site and over that fracture site and seeing it glowing with love and light, sending it as much love as I possibly could. 3 weeks later, 2 days, I think it was, before this big bike ride going on at the school, I saw the doctor who had told me there's no way you're going to be able to do the bike ride. And his jaw hit the floor and he pulled out the new x-ray and he goes, I have no idea what happened. You see this line here? Yeah. And he goes, we shouldn't be able to see that yet. That means that your knee has completely filled in with bone already. And it's actually stronger at that place in the knee than any place else. That was a love-infused knee and a love-infused healing. That's what blessings, that's what instant healings, with instant remission, or all of these different, person comes in with cancer and the cancer is no longer there. It's been healed with love. Medical science is now starting to be able to explain it, which is so, so cool. But it's really love that saves the day. So if you're healing with anything, I would fill either your entire body or an organ or a bone with as much love and light as you can send it. Infuse it more, and infuse it even more. Beautiful, beautiful question, Christina.
Next question is from Amy, who writes, and I'm paraphrasing a little bit.
Okay.
How do you bring love and gratitude to a situation when your health symptoms are still present for so long and you just moved and aren't happy about the space?
So it's tough when the energy is down. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover, but there's a time and a place for everything. And so I say, you got to fight, Rocky. You got to fight for love. I call it being an open-hearted warrior. You have to do everything you can to send out love, even if you don't mean it in the moment. You can repeat, I send out love. You can go to Ho'oponopono, one of my favorite mantras. Mantras have a special energy to it, infused with love over thousands or millions of times. One of my favorite is Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. You don't even have to know the exact meaning to it. It is infused with so much love. You can just go, I'm having the hardest time in the world. I send myself love. I send myself love. I send myself love. You can put your hand over your chest. I send myself love. I send myself love. I send myself love. You can imagine yourself as a little baby girl in your arms. I send you love. I send you love. I send you love. You can literally coddle and hold yourself. I send you love. I send you so much love. I know this is so hard. I know this is so hard, but I send you all the love in the world. You can surround yourself with loving people. You can watch loving shows. Realize we are often attracted to the energy we're vibrating at. Stay away from the news, negative, worthless stimulation. Stay away from the shoot 'em up movies. Go to movies that are all about the love, and attract in as much healing love as you possibly can. So I really, really, really want to send you all the love in the world. Thank you, and keep shining bright. Time for a couple more questions.
Do you have any practices first thing in the morning or right before you go to bed? I know you practice heart coherence, but I'm not sure if you're necessarily sending love to yourself during heart coherence.
I'm sending love to you when I'm doing heart coherence, first and foremost. So first I send love to you. And so when I do heart coherence in the morning, I say, I send love to Jessica. I send love to Jessica. I send love to Jessica. In, love to Jessica. Out, love to Jessica. Then I do it for the kitty cats. Then I do it for my parents, your parents, all of our loved ones. And then I do it for the audience as well. So I'm continuously sending out love. When I'm fully present when I get up in the morning, and sometimes I'm not deliberately because I want to write down my dreams. And so I might be repeating my dreams and want to get them down. But if I'm not focused on what's the dream that I want to write down, then I'm going into a place of wow. It's quiet wow. I'm like, wow, thank you for this day. Wow, thank you for the, wow, look at Pookie. So cool. And I'm saying thank you for all these things before I get on the computer. I'm even blessing my water. Thank you for this amazing warm water. And there's Lumi on the bed by the studio computer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm supercharging myself up. And then I go right into my meditation, which is a form of love. And I'm taking it as I'm loving myself up, and I'm connecting to source, universe, or the divine love that is and makes up all of us. You got a good smile on you.
Well, I was just joking. I wrote a comment.
Okay.
And anyway, we do have a question from Zoe, who writes, have you had your own story of a huge money increase from sending love that you can share?
Ooh,
great question.
That is a brilliant question. I think all the coaching we've gotten over the last few years has been, and how much that has had an uptick, is because of the change in energy. So just a few short years ago, we were really struggling. We started the show, which is a way of sending out love. We were living in Jessica's 8x10 childhood bedroom, 2 separate mattresses, very strict Chinese dad. And we started cranking up the love and started sending out more love, and coaching clients came, and we started out sending more love and more coaching clients came. And we are now in this amazing drop dead gorgeous home by Aspen, Colorado, up hundreds of feet above the town, have the most spectacular view on this side of the valley, birds everywhere, just a dream home. And it's not all about your possessions, but I have the most amazing, shiny, yellow love mobile of a Tesla, something I just dreamed about. And it is all come from sending out love. The more love that we send out, the more the support comes in, the more the clients come in, the more the show takes off. All of it is coming from that place of love.
And we actually do send love out when we're paying bills.
And Jessica is, I must admit, she's the main bill payer. And so this is the extent of things. Are you happy or sad when a bill comes in the mail?
I'm excited to pay it.
It's an act of love, isn't it?
I wouldn't say I'm happy, but I'm excited. I'm like, yay, I get to circulate. I get to move the money.
Mm-hmm.
I get to circulate it.
Yeah. And so you're excited when the bills come in. So all of this can be an example of love.
But what do you say to, like, sometimes I'll hand the envelope to you if we're mailing a check or something.
Oh, I'm sending love. I'm sending love to where it's going. And I'm talking to the money, and I'm treating money as a friend, as a child. I'm saying, go out into the world, do as much good as you can, help everybody that you come across.
Multiply like rabbits and come back.
Oh, absolutely. Multiply like rabbits and come back. All right. We've got time for just one last question.
Okay. Mahol writes, how do you change the energy at work? I do work in the hospital OB department, and I feel the emotions that are very high, especially in OR if I'm running for emergency cases.
So the hospital is perhaps the most challenging place. Well, no, police department, fire department. So all of the service industries about saving and protecting lives are incredibly challenging. Hospital, if you work in a hospital, you are inherently overworked, underpaid, stressed out, and pushed to the max. It is perhaps the most challenging environment out there. So what we get to do is be present when you go, before you go in, to say, I am going to bring as much love as I can today. I am going to be an ambassador of love. Send out love to everybody that you meet with, no matter how stressed they are, out they are. In fact, the more stressed they are, out they are, the more you want to send out love. Send it to your impatience. Send it to those beneath you. I'm putting that in quotes, those above you. Everyone, each step of the way. The more upset or in pain somebody is, the more love that you send them. Set alarms to go off on your phone several times a day to love yourself up by taking 3 minutes, go into a closet if you need to, and breathe. This is the ultimate way to send yourself love. Put your hands over your chest. Breathe in, send myself love, breathe in that love, and out. Send love out to the world. Breathe in love, send out love. Breathe in love, and send out love. This recharges you, helps remind you to be an ambassador of love no matter what you do, and helps bring you back into that calm, I call it the eye of the storm, the love that is in the center of everything, no matter how much that hurricane will spin. Leave yourself notes, leave yourself reminders. There are even watches and watch bands that you can get that go off once an hour that have a statement that could be send love or love yourself up. This is your greatest challenge, and your department and your wing is your greatest teacher. So do everything you possibly can to bring as much love to everyone that you are in contact with. It will change your entire experience. With that said, Jessica looks like, and I'm not going to put her on the spot, but she looks like she might have something she wants to add. So I'm going to check in with her, and then we'll have
I've
final
got
comments.
one last question for you.
Okay.
We often, I think we both do, often ask ourselves, what would love do?
Yes.
How has that question shaped how you structure your day, your week, how you spend your time?
So that's a fascinating question, because you're not asking how I interact with people. You're asking how it's structured, what I do with my time.
Well,
And
I'm basically asking, how does that question change how you treat yourself?
so I used to be, it's a brilliant question. I used to be let's be honest. I used to be a raving mofo to myself. So I would slay the dragons. You've got to get this done. You've got to push through. You gotta. And I would drive myself into the ground. Why? Well, honestly, I didn't feel I was worthy. And so the only way I could earn my worthiness was to push myself right until the edge of complete and total breakdown. Because I must produce, I must help others, I must do this, that, or the other in order to prove to myself that I am worthy and deserving of love. That's not love. That's a scared ego, a scared inner child who gets to be loved up. When I went to a place of what would love to, I slowed down. I backed off. I said, I would love to help that extra client do this extra thing, do that extra that. But I need to love myself up first and foremost in order to give more out to the world. So asking what would love do in each and every event in the day is really asking, how can I take the best care of myself first and foremost, and then how can I share my love out in the world? So if it's and you can go, what would love do? You can also ask simple as, is this light? Is this heavy? Light is love. Heavy is the opposite. It's fear-based. And so if I said, well, I need to take one more client in so that we can do this, that, or the other, how does that feel? Oh my God, that feels heavy. Then that's not what I want to do. What would feel good? I want to step back. I want to go eat on the deck. I want to take more time with Pookie. I want to go stretch. That's the most loving, kind thing in the moment that I can do. And that has taken the stress levels. We still work a silly number of hours, which we're working on, but taking the stress levels, good. And I am working on doing the same. I have some books that I want to write, but I am treating myself with so much more love, because that's what love would do.
Yeah, it's interesting because in the past, my ego would be like, no, you need to work more. You need to at least finish this whatever task until, and then you can take a break.
Yeah.
And then if I would ask the question, what would love do? I'd realize, no, love would actually really want me to take a break right now.
It's all energy. If you take a break, even when you were supposed to get something done, the crazy, beautiful thing is when you come back to it, it will be even better. And you are not infusing whatever you're doing with love if you're pushing into that shred zone, into that danger zone where you're dragging the energy down. Because if you're going to send something out into the world that you've just slayed yourself to produce, it's not exactly love infused. Any last words you want to share?
No, that's it.
All right. Loving, kindly, going to ask for your support. We're actually going to ask, please come on over, support the show. Come to patreon.com, patreon.com/Inspire Nation, our love-infused fundraising site where we give you lots of additional content, even more to come as we bring more assistance on board. Plus, we're going to have lots of free meditations and other great stuff coming for you. Patreon.com, patreon.com/Inspire Nation. And if you're looking for love-infused coaching to help you send out more love, to feel more love, to strip layers away of the negative energy that you've been holding on to and help you get into the most loving place you can for the highest vibration life possible, then come on over to inspirednationshow.com/coaching for a free strategy session with me. That's it from here. Be an ambassador of love. Realize that you are love. You come from love. You couldn't be anything less than pure love, no matter how much you tried. And above and beyond all else, shine bright. Woohoo! We love you guys. We love you guys. We love you guys. We love you guys. And I love you, Pookie. Be well.